So welcome to episode 3 of my favorite 5 games on my consoles. This time I want to look back at the very first console I ever owned, which was the Sega Master System. That's right, Sega. Here in Australia we didn't call it Sega, we called it Sega. It wasn't until I think it was the release of Sonic the Hedgehog on the Mega Drive, when you see that title screen it comes across saying Sega. Then we realized that we've been pronouncing it wrong all those years, but we still call it Sega, and that's what it is. So I want to look back on my favorite 5 games on that system, which means these are my go-to games I used to love playing back in the day. And let's start off with, I guess, what I consider to be an arcade perfect port back all those years ago, and that was the original Wonder Boy game. Now, me and my mates would play this so much in the arcade, and the whole novelty of having the Master System at home essentially being like an arcade perfect port of something like Wonder Boy, it was all new to us. And to have Wonder Boy be able to play it at home was an incredible experience for us. We couldn't get far in the game. Back then the games were made very, had a degree of difficulty. I guess with this one, because it was an arcade game, the whole idea was to make it hard so you keep putting in those 20-cent pieces, and that's what it was. But I played this so much at home once I did get the Master System, and it was just an amazing game. To think back that this was one of the first Wonder Boy, I think it was one of the first games I played in the arcades, apart from maybe Asteroid and Galaga and stuff like that. But by this stage the graphics were going up another level altogether. But it was a great game to have, and I did play a lot of it. And the same with the next game, released originally on the Mega Drive. Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System was really cool. It was a lot easier. There was less enemies. The backgrounds and stuff didn't look as vibrant as the Mega Drive one. This thing has its limitations, but it was so cool to have Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System. And this was when the Master System sales, I think in North America, were dwindling, but over here in Australia and Europe the sales were still pretty strong, and that's why it warranted games like this to be ported from, or made from the Mega Drive to the Master System. And great game. It was I just love playing this so much. And the same with the next one. This would have to be one of my favorite games on the Master System, as well as one of those go-to games as well. I loved the Quackshot on Donald Duck Quackshot on the Mega Drive. But I have to say, the Lucky Dime Caper was incredible as well. It wasn't a port of Quackshot. This was a whole separate game in itself, and that's why it felt so different, so new. It wasn't trying to do a port of a Mega Drive game. It was just an incredible game. If you can hunt this one down, do. Any of these games, they're so incredible. And like I said, all these games I played so much. These were my go-to games. Incredible game, just loved it, and it was so cool to have a decent Donald Duck game on the Master System. Was great. Now this next game I played and played and played so much on the Master System. It was just incredible, and that game is Alec Kid in Shinobi World. I'm just so disappointed when I got this game back in the collection that Alec Kid's face is covered with this Sega Classics sticker, Sega Classic sticker. You can't see his face. It's just that totally sucks. But that's the way it was back then, I guess, when they did stuff like that. Great game. It is based in the Shinobi World, hence the name Shinobi World. But with the Alec Kid twist, and it's a great platforming game. It's just, I don't think this game got released in North America, and that's the thing. There's games now like Ninja Gaiden that didn't get released in North America. Now they're considered to be real collector's items, and that's if I had Ninja Gaiden in my collection, it would be in my favorite 5, because that's another game I played so much of, but I don't have it yet. So this is a great game. It wasn't released in North America, I don't think, but you know, you can pick it up now, and prices are going up on these sort of games. And the final game in my favorite 5 is SpiderMan. Now, SpiderMan was released on the Mega Drive, Genesis, I guess you can call it in North America. We call it Mega Drive here. Again, I think this version of Spider-Man was way better than the Mega Drive version. I remember getting it. I remember how disappointed I was with it compared to this. This was a great platforming Spider-Man game, essentially going up against Kingpin in this particular game. And it is an incredible game that I played so much of. So that's pretty much it. This is a quick video. My favorite 5 for the Sega Master System. Great system. So many great games. Now, you may be surprised if you're been a long time subscriber. There's 2 games that are not in this particular collection I'm talking about now, and that's Wonder Boy 3: The Dragon's Trap and Phantasy Star. Look, Phantasy Star was an RPG. I played that thing to death when I had it. Put a lot of hours into it, but once I finished it, that was it. It wasn't one of those games like this where I would go back and replay it. And the same with Wonder Boy 3: The Dragon's Trap. Again, had RPG elements to it. It was a very long game, and for me, these were my quick fixes. These were the games I could pick up. As you can see, the action arcade games. They're not RPGs or very long games. They're games you can play in short bursts and really enjoy it. So that's why Phantasy Star is not in this list. Neither is Wonder Boy 3: The Dragon's Trap. I just wanted games back then that bang 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 I could play, put down, come back in another stage. And these were actually games that me and my mate would play. We would do our own little Sega Olympics, believe it or not. And these were games that we set ourselves goals or have to beat certain things to win this little competition we had against each other, which was really cool. We call it the Sega Olympics. So yeah, these were actually games that well, there's more than that we did do in these little crazy little thing that we used to do back in the day. But yeah, great games, great system. I'm looking at rebuilding. I've been rebuilding for a while now, so hopefully I can keep going. So that's it. Episode 3 of my favorite 5 games is done, and I will continue on, and we'll see what else I can do next. So hey guys, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.